and we're driving back, and I got him and that other hunter in the truck driving back, and we get to like Tucson. He's like, let's go cash that check before we get him to the airport so he doesn't cancel it and have a chance to cancel it.
Yeah.
And we did. I mean, this guy is like he's like 5'4", like a little tiny dude, just an ignorant dick.
Dude.
Always.
Always.
And he just sit back there all grumpy, didn't want to say nothing the whole time, and I guess dropped him off at the airport, and I guess they went to leave. Well, because then I was asking him the whole way. I was like, "You sure you don't want to fly private today, or where's your plane?" And,
Yeah.
oh no, it's busy. I had to get a commercial flight, And Austin's like, "Oh, you got to ride with the peasants now and shit," and drop him off. And I guess Austin, when they went to like kind of split ways at the airport, he's like, "Well, it was a pleasure hunting with you." And Austin's like, "I really wasn't with you. Get fucked." And parted ways and never seen him since.
Those guys are the worst.
Yeah, and it's just in situations, them guys get, thinking they're better than everyone just because they're the one spending the money,
They get that. I don't know what. I mean, obviously it's money that changes them, but
yeah, and being like 5'4" and
picked on their whole life, and now they have
Yeah,
money,
yeah.
so they think they have a voice.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro,
Yeah.
we'll slap the shit out of you out here.
I don't care about this $1,000 tip that much, I'll leave you here, get you scared.
I'm gonna get more joy out of slapping you and leaving you out here for a
Yeah.
night.
Yeah,
Sleeping in the cold.
Yeah.
Didn't you have two clients like stab each other, or one stab another one?
Well, that was in Idaho. Yeah. No, they was some guys hunting cow elk. Yeah. And they shot an elk and shot a cow, and they went down there to like skin and gut it or whatever, and went to get the truck or something and come back, and they was like mid stabbing, and what the hell's going on? He's like, he nicked me, and what? And load the guy up. He's like holding his side, load him up and get him to salmon, and we get there and they take him in the emergency room. I called ahead, and I'm doing like 100 through that canyon and bleeding all over my truck, and get him there, and they got shanked right in the liver, and the brother got stabbed in the ass, and cops come to get a statement, and I guess they're in there gutting on this elk together, and he nicked the one brother's hand. Well, he just stabbed him in the ass cheek, and that guy stabbed the other brother like right in the liver. Like they said he was like 10 minutes from dying. What? And the cops are like, what? And I'm like, dude, I'm gonna get sued, like this ain't good. And they stitched up the one brother's ass cheek, like literally just like had like a whole wad of gauze on his ass. I'm like, hey, get down out of here. And they were like trying to press charges on him. They're like, no, we're brothers, that's what brothers do. And the cop's like, no, they don't. And so we're sitting there waiting, and I mean, we shot that elk in the morning. It's like 6-7 hours later, and I told the cops, I said, man, I better get back and get that elk taken care of, I guess. And the brother was stabbed in the ass. He's like, I'll come with you. I said, no, I'm good. I got her.
Yeah.
He's like, when my brother gets out, we'll come back and get that other elk, because they both had tags. I said, dude, no, I'm dropping this one off at the butcher, and you guys lose my number. He's like, oh, we'll get you your tip. I said, no, you guys are square. You guys just never call me ever again,
That is...
Oh, yeah.
That's wild chaos.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah, well, right when I was pulling up there, I mean, they was like mid, like, jousting, I'm like, what the fuck? And, like, I seen he's, like, holding his right side. That ain't a good spot to be bleeding from,
You're like, what?
Yeah.
I've gone 10 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, not even that, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were, like, in their 60s. Yeah. Well, have fun telling that one at Thanksgiving, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, Jerry about died from missing half his liver,
Not to mention the infection you're probably gonna get.
Oh yeah, mid-gutting an elk. Yeah.
God.
I didn't really care to follow up either, but I didn't really hear
you.
much, But yeah, I ran into a cop, one of the cops that was there, like maybe the next year or something. He said, "Whatever happened?" I said, "I don't know. I forgot that one the day it happened." But
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't
speak
need
of this.
Yeah, I ain't reminding them or nothing, and they didn't get their other elk. I don't need no lawsuit, no nothing
We'll just
crazy.
act like everything is just fine.
Yep, haven't heard nothing.
God. So Mexico, you've done a lot down there.
Yep.
You've done some crazy shit. You've seen some shit in Mexico.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Tell me some Mexico stories, because I know you've got some.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, when I started down there, the guy I used to work for, not, depends on who you talk to, if it's a good name or not, and And, all bullshit aside, he's a shitty human. But if you had to go kill a 200-inch deer, life or death, you take that guy.
Okay.
And,
we all know this.
But just shitty situations constantly. Dude can't tell the truth, fuck you out of money. Shady situation. He put you in a shady situation because there's supposed to be a big deer over there. Well,
what's a shady situation?
Oh, on the border, and you can't hunt there on Wednesdays because that's when they're working, and there's gonna be armed guards at the gate, and they know who you are and stuff like that.
So you're hunting ranches that are run by certain
entrepreneurs,
groups down there.
Yeah, and you get into them, and one of the guys, we went to his house, and this dude's got like marble ceilings and like chandeliers the size of the house and stuff, and Hellcats and Hummers parked out front, and like dude's an outfit, hunts deer. Comes down like a tracksuit and shit, gold chain.
Adidas tracksuit.
Nicest people, I mean, nice as they can be, but obviously some shit's going on,
Yeah.
They're not doing that from owning a restaurant or nothing,
No.
And so yeah, I mean, one of the first times I went hunting, haven't been down there much, go climb that hill, middle of the dark, at daylight, you're up there spotting. All right, sounds good. So walking through the shit, and I mean, it's nasty bushes down there, cactus and stuff, and go climbing. There's like these old like volcano center hills, so they're real steep. Lugging my fat ass up there and get on the top and sit down, and they told me which direction kind of look, and I'm sitting there and get my my tripod set up, my little chair, and waiting for daylight. And dude, out of the dark, it's pitch black. Out of the dark, a guy taps me on the shoulder, and I, come like, what the hell? Because I'm already on edge, because I didn't know, like the first time I drove down there, I didn't really know much at all. Like I exchanged like 6 text messages with this guy to go work for him.
Okay.
And like I had a pistol in my jockey box, and I went through the border and like didn't know you're not supposed to have that, and like oh shit,
That's jail time.
Oh yeah, do not pass go, Anyway, and this guy, literally out in the dark, guy taps him on the shoulder. What the fuck? Spin around, the old Mexican guy sitting there in like decent English, like, you want some coffee? So what the fuck? Like I just about died, about fell off the mountain, too. And I was like, nah, I don't really like coffee, and
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Who the fuck are you?
He's like, you work for Thomas? Yeah. Cool. Just goes back. Well, like dawn's breaking. This dude lives up there. He's like a spotter. Lives on top of the mountain like all the time, and spots everything. Like later on, like I'd climb up there a few times and be looking, and they have radios and stuff, and he'd borrow my spotter or BTX for a minute and like check out some truck and radio some. Like,
no
whatever,
shit.
dog. Like,
dude just lives up there.
Yeah, pretty much. Like they'd take him some food up there once in a while and stuff. He just sits up there, and he had coffee every damn time you went up there. Nice as can be, decent English, like whatever, man.
You're just watching.
Yeah,
everything.
It's actually impressive the kind of networks those guys have down there.
Really?
Like kind of how archaic they have with the radio systems, and like kids in town like telling shit.
Part of it.
Oh yeah, they know everything. They know where everyone's going, who's going where, if they're supposed to be there. It's crazy how kind of coordinated they are with how janky everything is.
Yeah, you think that they're third world and
oh yeah,
not sophisticated, but they got some systems.
Oh, they got it down. They got the human network, and so yeah, it might have been that first week. Told me to go check some trail cameras on a ranch, and basically drew me a map on the sand. Take this road, turn it, this dead horse offside the road, and go through this cattle guard, and, and then run around and check all these trail cameras. Anyway, so I'm bebopping through, and we're like the shit Mexico, like out in the desert, 80 miles of dirt road to get to a ranch or something. Bebopping down through there, blow a tire, and like the sandy wash bottom, and I'm sitting there messing with it, and it's sandy, and I can't get the jack under it nice, and sitting there messing with it, and I look down it's in this big long wash, and I hear a car coming, and I look down there, and I grab the binos and look at it, and just a blacked out SUV. I was like, oh, that ain't good. And I think this is my first week. Might have been like the second or third day I was down there.
Okay.
And well, here we go. I've seen the movies, and heard the stories.
Yeah.
Grandma sent me news